Now, there's another fight on the horizon if it makes it through the Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, to the rematch. How do you see that fight playing out?
Superstar fight. I think Tyson Fury is one of those one fighters that, he gained a lot of, he got a lot of respect in my heart. I think he's considered one of the best heavyweights out there, in my opinion. Deontay Wilder just got what everybody else we can say possibly lack, which is that power, that knockout. That's the last thing that go on a guy. A guy can lose his speed, he can lose his finesse, but it's the last thing that's gonna go is his power. So he's gonna always be able to come out the victor, but one punch will change the fight. So, and when you see his record, it's like he's breaking records right now, and it's right before your eyes, but people don't give him that credit. He's being compared to Tyson, Lenny Lewis, Klitschko's. He's being compared to those guys, and I think them the type of stories that we lose track of, but not give enough respect. So I think it's a top quality fight. I like to see a guy fight a rematch against a guy that, people could consider Deontay Wilder out here. People say they thought he lost. Whatever the case may be, but what? More than anything, the rematch will seal the deal.
You think it'll be better than the first one?
Of course, they fighting with a different motivation for this fight.
Now, other heavyweight, Andy Ruiz, Joshua rematch, undetermined in the location, but
why do you think it's undetermined?
I think it's a combination of just financial benefits, either for the whole fight. Some they might feel maybe the UK.
Yeah, but like before Andy Ruiz fought Anthony Joshua, did he have a lot of say-so about the fight?
No.
So why is that? Why when now he wins that he still gotta, go on with Joshua terms now? I mean, he's the champion, so he should have some terms now since he settled himself and humbled himself down to take a fight, which a lot of people thought he was gonna lose, saying he was gonna get knocked out in 3 rounds. I heard you say he was gonna get knocked out in 3 rounds, and I had to tell people, do not underestimate the guy that basically looks can be deceiving. And now I think the terms should be different. I think they should be able to have some say. If not, then they should be able to go on and prove that, somebody can humble themselves down like Anthony Joshua, who right now could be considered like Frank Bruno. Could you say that? Remember Frank Bruno when he was out? He was like that guy that everybody was like, giving because his body looked so nice. Not to say none, because I liked him. I think his story is probably one of the best stories in boxing because he's humble. He's fighting with he makes every other boxer look like this is how we need to live to be able to get those sponsorships, create the looks behind it. And Andy Ruiz crushed all of that and came out the winner. And he's the considered the fat Mexican who's fighting for the Planet of Mexico, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, definitely. And I can say that when it was fight week, it wasn't until the media workout so I actually seen how fast Andy Ruiz
and how powerful it is. But listen, are we not in the kind of world that we live in right now? You can get in trouble by what you say. Look how many people fat shame him.
Correct. A lot.
So nobody acknowledge that, the things that we tell people not to do, they the ones that's doing it. Fat shaming a guy who basically works hard and went out there and became the world champion. And that don't even mean nothing that, he the fat guy that nobody get the chance to, or no, he don't look good, but he's inspirational to a lot of people that they can actually get off their butt and do something.
So would you pick Andy Ruiz in a rematch going into the front?
Yes, I would.
Same result by stoppage?
Yes, sir.
Do you think there's anything Joshua can do to make any type of adjustments necessary to overcome?
I mean, it's only going to take small adjustments, because if he takes big adjustment, he becoming a whole nother fighter. And he been undefeated with the style he got so long that he just need to find out minor adjustments that he would need to make to be able to go in the fight and become a victor. But since this is a kind of toss up, the guy is special. He's a good fighter. It's a top quality heavyweight fight that I think honestly, I would just put my money on Andy Ruiz. And I'm only saying this because he's a friend of mine. And that don't mean nothing. That friendship is thrown out the window in boxing, because it's only one punch that would need to land to take out a guy.
A lot of people can argue leading up to the Joshua going down that he was the one that hurt Ruiz, and he overstepped his boundaries and put himself in position. Do you think that's true, or do you think that regardless of that, Ruiz would still would have continued to pressure, find the openings.
That's all over people on how you just what makes a good fighter to you, and from your own opinion.
For my own opinion, I mean, it's multiple things that you can break down. His IQ, you know, his heart, you know, his work ethics, his beliefs. There's many things. I
would say hitting the canvas, getting up, and knowing what to do next, not to make it happen again. That's what he did. He hit the canvas.
Yep.
A real true champion is the person that's going to sit on that canvas and get back up and continue to fight. Because to be honest with you, it's a lot of guys, soon they touch that butt, hit that canvas, they looking for a way out. You know what I'm saying? He didn't. He came up in there fighting, and that's what we like to see. A guy that can sit on his butt and get back up. Because reverse now. Same thing happened to Joshua. What happened? Did he know what to do after he got back up? Did he?
I mean, he tried.
He tried. Close, but no cigar. So for me, you know, that's not what makes boxing. I'm not saying that he can't have a standout moment in a rematch. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that one punch changes the fight. We should do this talking after the fight instead of having less opinion, because we can't have an opinion on a perfect punch. The perfect punch is the one that knock a person out, and we don't know which one that's going to be.